on, guys? It's your boy Crazy Spartan here, and as always, before I get started off with the video, I just want to say sorry I haven't uploaded in the last couple of days. I've been kind of coming down with something. Don't worry, guys, it's probably just a minor cold or something like that, but I'm gonna try and make this video as sweet and concise as I can. This is take 2 of this video. Yesterday's take kind of went bad, but regardless of that, we're going to be doing my top 10 small forwards today. So let's go ahead and get started, man. So at the number 10 spot, you know, the depth starts improving once I hit the top 5. So we're gonna go ahead and say Bogdanovic, okay? Bojan Bogdanovic is a really good fit to what the Jazz want to do. They want to kind of spread the floor. They want to help Donovan Mitchell with the scoring load, and that's kind of what Bogdanovic does. You know what I'm saying? He's a pretty good shooter. I kind of wished I could have pulled up everyone's stats, so that way I'm not, sitting here saying like, oh, they're good because of this, because of that. Some player stats I will be pulling up throughout the video, but yeah, so hopefully you guys can take my word for it. Bojan Bogdanovic deserves to be on this list. He's able to spread the floor. He's able to shoot it well. He's not the best shot creator, but, he's pretty decent for what the Jazz want to do. So, he's at number 10. Moving on to number 9, I have OG Anunoby. OG Anunoby was somebody who was performing well in the 2020 bubble. He was, one of the catalysts for the Raptors doing as good as they were until they ran into, I believe it was the Celtics. They kind of struggled, or it was either the Heat or something like that. But yeah, OG Anunoby can, be a good scorer whenever he wants to. He's a pretty good defender as well. His IQ is actually really good, and he was a big part in that 2019 championship run for the Toronto Raptors. So, yeah, OG Anunoby is going to make the list at number 9. Sorry, I'm not really going into super depth with these. Just trying to speed up the video a little bit. But regardless of that, coming in at number 8, I have Michael Porter Jr. Michael Porter Jr. is somebody I believe will be I feel like, when the LeBrons are gone, when the Kevin Durant's are gone, when the Steph Curry's is gone, when the Damian Lillards are even gone, Michael Porter Jr. will be one of those guys to look at in the Western Conference, okay? As long as he stays in the Western Conference on the Denver Nuggets alongside Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray, his career, I feel like he will benefit. And Mike Malone, he's doing a really good job as the coach, and they have a lot of good pieces surrounding that team. So, Michael Porter Jr., he's actually, he has really good size at that small forward spot. Some people might even put him at power forward, but that spot goes to Jokic. But he plays really good alongside Jokic, and I would continue playing him, at that small forward spot. You know what I'm saying? Michael Porter Jr., he's just a really good fit on this team. He's got really good size, really good athleticism, and, he's going to make the number 8 spot on my top 10 small forwards list. Moving on to number 7 is a guy, that a lot of people say he's a 3-and-D kind of guy, and that's going to be Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton, I feel like he is the sole scorer of that team. Yeah, a lot of people would say, well, you got Giannis and, his ability to drop 30, 35 every night or whatever else, and, almost go out there and get you a triple-double every night. Yeah, that's cool and all, but the way Giannis scores isn't very effective. He's a 2-time MVP for a reason. And, nobody can really stop him when he's cutting to the rim. However, a lot of defenses have begun to swarm him at the rim and make life a living hell for Giannis. So, Chris Middleton is there, as a shot-creating defender. He's a 3-level scorer. He can score from all 3 levels, being the inside, the mid-range, and the 3-point line. So, Chris Middleton just offers help there, and he's doing really good on the season. He's averaging 22 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 52% from the field, 44% from the three, and 92%. So he's having a 50-40-90 season as of right now. I don't really expect that to hold up throughout the season. But as of right now, I mean, we're maybe like 10 or 15 games in the season. So we'll see if he holds it up. But Chris Middleton makes the number 7 spot on this list. Moving on to the number 6 spot, and this is Kevin Durant 2.0. Maybe not as good of a three-point shooter as Kevin Durant is. But y'all know who that is, man. That's Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram himself even said that he, modeled his game after Kevin Durant. Brandon Ingram has the size. He has, the ball-like, skills, the ball handling, to be essentially another Kevin Durant. I like the way he moves with the ball. He's not one of those sluggish small forwards. Like I said, he puts me in the light of Kevin Durant a lot. And I feel like he's a really good fit for what the Pelicans are trying to do. They have a lot of young pieces there. They have some old pieces there, like J.J. Redick kind of offering that playoff experience and just that knowledge overall. This is a really good team for Brandon Ingram. And if you don't like the Pelicans, Brandon Ingram, you can always come to Golden State. You know what I'm saying? We can use a player like you to kind of have in the lineup. But regardless of that, Brandon Ingram really puts me in the mind of Kevin Durant. And, like I said, once the Kevin Durants leave, the West or the LeBrons, the Stephs and, everyone else, the big-headed monster of the league being those guys, it's going to be interesting to see. You're going to have a lot of young players stepping up, hopefully. And the league's going to be in a good spot for a long time. And Brandon Ingram's going to be a big part of that. So, number 6 goes to Brandon Ingram. Moving into our top 5, I have Paul George. I know a lot of you are going to sit there and say, well, oh my God, Crazy Spartan, he kind of struggled in the 2020, bubble in the playoffs. Yes, he did. You know what I'm saying? He threw a shot and it, went off the side of the backboard. He shot terribly. Him and Kawhi Leonard, they struggled in Game 7. A lot of people were expecting them, even myself included, to make it to the Western Conference Finals to face the Lakers, but that didn't happen. They blew a 3-1 lead just like the Jazz did, and, it was the Nuggets and the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals. That kind of put a dent in Paul George's legacy as a player, but it does not take away from the fact that when Paul George is healthy, when Paul George is on the floor, and when he's scoring, Paul George is a top 15 player in the league. That may be a kind of stretch for me to say that, but when Paul George is healthy, he is one of the best defenders on this list, other than the guy that I have at number 3, but we'll get to him in a little bit. But he has made all defensive teams. He's made all NBA teams. He's made all-star teams. So Paul George, don't sleep on him. He's a really good shot creator, really good defender, and when he wants to, he can go out there and give you 25, 30 a night. He can do it. But he just kind of has to find a rhythm with everyone on that Clippers team, and who's to say that they won't make it to the 2021 Western Conference Finals, or even NBA Finals. We'll see. But regardless of that, I have Paul George at my number 5 spot. Moving on to the number 4 spot, I have Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum, coming into this season, he was doing really good. A lot of people said that Jaylen Brown was going to be better than him, and I'm just like, bro, no, what is wrong with y'all, man? Jason Tatum is a walking bucket, okay? Coming into this season, before he went out with the COVID-19 tracing or whatever else, he was averaging 27 points, 4 assists, and 7 rebounds off of 47% shooting from the field, 44% from the 3, and 89% from the line. Almost having a 50-40-90 season on a team that is probably going to be a top 3 team in the Eastern Conference, if you want to be real with it. This team, I feel like, could make the Eastern Conference Finals, but Kemba Walker has to show up. You know what I'm saying? He kind of disappeared in the bubble last season. I hope, he's going to have a resurgence to where we kind of see him like he was back in his Charlotte days, where he was, like a bona fide scorer. And, that's going to help out Jason Tatum a lot. That's going to help out Jaylen Brown a lot. But despite all that, Jason Tatum, he's already had some all-star appearances under his career, and I'm pretty sure this season will be no different. I predict he will make the all-star game. That's if they have one. I don't believe they will, but he'll be an all-star caliber player, and he still is. So, number 4, Jason Tatum. Now, these top 3 players can be switched out either which way, okay? Number 3, I have Kawhi Leonard. Before y'all jump off the high horse and slap me in the face for saying something stupid, I respect Kawhi Leonard's game. I really do. You know what I'm saying? He's a 2-time champion, 2-time Finals MVP. He's I believe a 2-time, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. He's made All-Star appearances. He's made All-NBA teams. But he just doesn't have the resume that the next 2 players have, in my opinion. If Kawhi Leonard were to win an MVP, I would say he would probably be the second best player in the league. I would only move him up 1 spot. He's not a very flashy player, but he goes out there, he gets the job done. He's a cold-blooded assassin, and he kind of struggled in Game 7 of the Western Conference semifinals last year, but that's neither here or there. Everyone struggles at some point, but Kawhi Leonard makes my list at the number 3 spot. Moving on to my number 2 spot, and I know a lot of you guys are going to criticize me for this one, I have LeBron James. Before y'all sit there and say, oh my God, Crazy Spartan, they just won a championship. Okay, I know. Shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? They had a lot riding on the season, last year with, a lot of circumstances that I don't really want to talk about because his anniversary date is coming up here soon. But, they lost a really good legend. And that kind of fueled LeBron to perform at a level that, we didn't think he would, kind of... Let me rephrase that. He performed at a level we knew he was going to perform at. Kobe's legacy was riding on this. The Los Angeles Lakers' legacy was riding on this. This was Anthony Davis's perfect opportunity to get a championship. And LeBron took them there. You know what I'm saying? Despite having to go 6 games with, the Eastern Conference champion Miami Heat, LeBron performed at an extremely good level. He is a 4-time MVP. He's a 4-time champion. I believe 17-time All-Star. 17-time All-Star. And, LeBron is just one of the most complete players. You know what I'm saying? The only reason I don't rank him at number 1 is just because of his finals record. I know. Finals records kind of shouldn't go into, dictating how good a player is. But to me, LeBron, if he didn't have that, 4-6 finals record? I believe it was 4-6, 4-7 finals record. It would kind of help out his legacy a whole lot. But regardless of that, LeBron, in my opinion, is the second best player in the league. Small forward wise, at least. Moving into that number 1 spot. You guys know, and it's not because he's my favorite player, but Kevin Durant. I've been saying that Kevin Durant is the best scorer in NBA history other than Michael, other than Kobe, other than James Harden, okay? Kevin Durant's ability to create his own shot, right? And to, drain threes and, pull up mid-range over everybody. He has the guard skill set. Kevin Durant is just an all-around player. Could he be passing the ball more and, up his assist numbers? Yes. But that is not Kevin Durant's purpose. Kevin Durant's purpose is to go out there and get you a bucket. And he's been one of the best in the league for the longest amount of time. So I mean, he's a two-time champion, two-time Finals MVP. He won an MVP in 2014, and you know, I believe he's been a part of the 50-40-90 club maybe once or something like that. But Kevin Durant is just one of the more versatile scorers that we've ever seen. Coming into this season right here, for some reason Kevin Durant didn't play tonight. Didn't play tonight. But on the season, he is averaging 31 points, 6 assists, and almost 8 rebounds. And he's almost having a 50-40-90 season, and his true shooting percentage is through the roof. But other than that, the Brooklyn Nets kind of have to, they have to figure out a lot of their defensive weaknesses, and they have to work on them. Once they work on them, Kevin Durant, I mean, his trip to an MVP, it's gonna be that much more easier, and he's already scoring like an MVP caliber player. But regardless of that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If y'all did, drop a like, subscribe, turn on your notifications so that way you don't miss a video when I upload. Like I said, I apologize for not uploading the last couple of days. I've just been sick. I've been trying to, get better, and get back on the channel for you guys. But other than that, y'all check out the feature channel section. A lot of good channels there. Y'all go check out the links in the description box below. A lot of good stuff there as well. And other than that, y'all stay motivated, stay dedicated, always have that mamba mentality, and I'll check you guys out in the next one. Peace out.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.